Hello, 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 everybody. We are here. We are here. I am Angela, the Healthy Sis, and I am waiting for you all to come on to introduce you to this amazing, fantabulous, beautiful woman that has agreed to be one of our woman was the Resolve Woman Self-Care Conference speakers. So come on in the room. And I'm going to give everybody an opportunity here because we are live on Facebook. We are live in the CIS group on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. And let me make sure that you all can see what's happening. So one moment here, making sure that as we're up. Okay, I see somebody. That means we good to go. Let me just double check. Yep, we are live, you all. I want to say thank you to everyone who is coming on and listening to hear more about the Resolve Woman Self-Care Conference. Ladies, we have made this event free. That's how important it is for you to focus on your self-care. So all you have to do is register and show up for the 3 days, and you will be absolutely blessed. I'm going to ask you, if you are here, to please go ahead and share this out to your Facebook pages, your Instagram, wherever you need to share it so that women can hear what we're about to talk about, because I'm about to introduce you to a dynamic woman. I'm not going to give you her bio. I'm going to tell you how I met her. She's going to come on and just give you some tidbits. I got a few questions. She's going to give you some tidbits. But you're going to have to come to the conference to get all the rest. All right. So the person that I'm introducing today, her name is Coach Christie McKinney-Evans. I met her. A lot of you know that I went to Joseph Business School. I met her through there. Actually, I'm just going to be real. She prayed for me. And then when she finished praying, we got to talking and just really getting to know each other a little more. She came out. She was at the CIS Expo last year in 2022 in Round Lake. And when God gave me the Resolve Woman, she was the very first speaker, the very first person that I called to speak, because her heart is so pure, because she's such an encourager, and she's just transformational to me. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Coach Christie McKinney-Evans. Come on in, Coach Christie.
Hello.
Thank you for saying yes to doing this. I appreciate you taking the time. Is there anything you want to share before we get into the questions? Tell them a little bit about M5 Women Ministries. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Yes. Well, hello, everyone. I am Coach Christie McKinney-Evans, and I am the CEO and founder of M5 Women Ministries, which is 5 years old this year. Yes. And some people may ask, so what is M5? M5 is ministry, marriage, motherhood, mentoring, and management. And yes, as a Proverbs 31 woman, you and me, we are that Proverbs 31 woman, but we're the one of this century. And you do all of that, your ministry, your marriage, motherhood, mentoring, and management. And sometimes we feel like, oh, how do I balance all of that out? And so as Coach Christie, what I do is I encourage, as you say that word, encourage, I entrust, I educate, and I equip you to balance out your life so that you can do exactly what God has called you to do. Because when our children grow up and go off to school, get married, you're trying to figure out your life. Go back to those dreams that you once had, and now you are able to say, oh, I can still do that. I can still have that ministry. I can still have still be in motherhood, still married, but you can also mentor and manage all of that God has given you to do.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're
So I'm
welcome.
going to dig right in and ask you a few questions. So
Okay.
my first question, because mothering, managing, like marriage, all of that, you have to figure out how to prioritize the schedule that you have in your life. So, how do you do it, or what strategies do you use just for your work life balance?
Okay, so everyone, well, those who follow me know that one of my main things, I love sticky notes. And sticky notes are I'm very fond of sticky notes because sticky notes, your notes that's in your phone, your whiteboard calendar, your I just showed Angela my giant size notebook and your weekly schedules. I use all of that to balance out because when God is speaking, or when you have things that you need to do during the course of the week, I start on Sunday with my schedule. What is it that I
Mm,
need to do? I start for the whole month. What do I need to accomplish? Those that I mentor, I tell them, okay, now what's on the plan? What do you need to do this month? What do you need to work toward? Now let's break it down. Once you break it down, you may not complete everything in the course of the week. No stress.
mm,
And you go back to, okay, so if I don't complete it, for that first week, all right, it's gonna have to go over to the next week. But on Sundays or whatever your day is, I take that time to still away for me and the Lord, and for me to put down those things, be
mm,
it ministry, marriage, motherhood, mentoring, and management. And what I do is I put them in those categories. So
mm,
that what do I need to do for my ministry? For the ministry my husband and I have together, the ministry that I have. Then what am I going to do for my marriage? Where's date night? I've got to have a date night because you got to
mm.
good now, y'all. You cannot be playing with that. And what do I? And then I have motherhood. Of course, yes, I we have adult children, we have grandchildren, but we are very active with our children. So, what time do you have, or where are you traveling this month? Are you just whatever it is that you may be doing? And then in mentoring, who am I mentoring this month? Is it my children? Is it those that
Mm.
have signed up for different programs? Am I doing a webinar? Whatever that may be, it may be a one-on-one. And then, of course, management. If you can manage where you work on your 9 to 5,
Come on, somebody.
you and I had to learn this because God had to deal with me with I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to do that. But if you can do it on your 9 to 5 or whatever hours that you work, you can definitely do it for yourself. You can definitely do it for your business. You can definitely do it for your ministry because God is holding you accountable for what He's assigned to you as well.
Thank you. And what I'm hearing is you don't feel bad if you don't get some things done from the week before. You just add it on to the next week.
Yes,
So,
because there are some things that I did not get done because there were some interruptions.
mm,
But I have to step back and say, you know what, God? He said, it's okay.
mm,
But I'm not going to sit dormant. I'm not going to not do it. And he says, faith without works is dead. But I have to
mm,
put my hands to the plow because he wants to find us faithful for what he has given unto us. So you have to look at what did he give me to do? There's dreams and visions, there's assignments. It may just be serving, whatever it is that he is giving us, that we can't bury it. And if I don't get, but I got to be working.
yes.
I've got to be working toward it. And even if I'm just making one step, that's one step closer than it was when you was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. I don't know if he called me. He said, as they went.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My next question for you is, what areas of self care do you spend the most time on?
Well, I am, as the author, I'm also an author of Relationship with Him. And my relationship with the Father is my number one thing. I cannot do anything if I don't make Him first. So I've numbered mine with spiritual,
Mm,
emotional, physical, mental, and financial. The
mm,
number one thing is my relationship with Him. Because if I'm spending time with Him, I'm going to know which way, if I'm going to go left, am I going to go right? Am I going to be, if I'm still kind of tossed to and fro, I'm going to be confident that he says, no, Christy, this time you're not going to do anything. You're just going to sit with me.
Mm.
So it's my relationship with him.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Have you ever experienced any obstacles in maintaining consistent self care routines? And then, if so, how did you overcome them?
Oh, yes. That probably should have been number two. Uh, so, of course, we all have had some, all of us, and no one can, all of us can relate to very, very dark seasons in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my darkest seasons in my life, which was when I went through my divorce. And
Mm.
going through my divorce, that was, I felt like God. That was, I was mad at God because I said, God, that wasn't supposed to happen to me because I'm a child of the King.
Mm.
And working myself through that, I had to get my mind right. And in that process, is so much that happens when you're going through whatever the dark season may be. But I
Mm.
had some seasoned saints, and we'll talk about the seasoned saints, the mothers that took me to, well, I went to prayer every, about 3 days out of a week, because my children, our children, were teenagers at the time. And it was just so much that was going on, but I had to, they kept me stable. They kept they held my arms up, which allowed me to walk and complete the assignment so that I can be strengthened, so that I can see myself to the end and
Mm.
to get back on the right road. It's not an easy road. It wasn't an easy road, but today I can say that I am happily married. We are 8 years, my second marriage, of course,
Congratulations.
8 years married, and we are all one big happy family. So there, forgiveness,
Mm.
forgive, because that was a very, very, that was very hard. That was very difficult. And I remember God saying, this is all live everywhere, but it's okay. It's gonna help somebody. Let me tell you, God said, if you don't forgive, is it, and you don't know when I'm coming,
Mm. That's
are
good.
you going to allow your unforgiveness to keep you from being with me?
Mm.
And when he said that, I asked him for to help me. And he did.
How do you, I want to throw another question here. How do you think that forgiveness aligns with self care?
You know, it's amazing that you say that, because tonight, let's see, the first, second, and third, my apostle is teaching on forgiveness, because for, forgiveness will cause you to to be sick,
Mm.
to look older than what you are.
Unforgiveness, you mean?
Unforgiveness, unforgiveness, excuse me. Unforgiveness will cause you to be sick, will cause you to be older than what, will cause you to age, will cause you to miss life,
Mm.
because sometimes we feel like it's over. It's not over. As long as you have the breath of God on the inside of you, it's not over.
Yes.
It's not over. So you have to, because it causes you also that you're in this box and it becomes dark, and then you are constantly going deeper and deeper into the spirit of depression. You're going deeper
Mm.
and deeper, and then you don't dress properly. Then you don't take care of yourself.
Mm. Come
Then
on
you don't
now.
care how you look. Oh, we can't tell them everything.
Oh, that's right. We got to stop. So sorry. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, moving on to the next question.
Now, see, I have to stop the host because
Because I'm going down, I'm like, mm-hmm. Got
okay.
somebody in the chat saying, speak. Oh, man. Okay, as a speaker and someone with professional commitments, how do you handle pressure and potential burnout that may come with in your line of work?
Again, I go take me a time out, take a walk. I love the water,
Mm.
and I do this thing called, let me just breathe.
Breathing, yes.
Let me breathe
Yes.
because I go back because my relationship with him, I start to play in my head, or I start to confess out loud,
Mm.
he loves me.
Mm.
He cares for me. I am his chosen generation. I am royalty. He loves me unconditionally. I am the apple of his eye. That he loves me so much that he has already made a way for me, Christy.
Yes.
And that's what I do.
Mm.
And so I have to. And one of the things that I've learned, you can't stay there in that place where you are either upset, angry, whichever way, whatever it is that you
Mm.
want to call it. You can't stay there because when you do, it's going to zap your strength, your peace, because the enemy is a thief
Yes.
and he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So why would I allow him, give him permission to take even the more?
Mm.
And he's
Yeah.
coming. We know that even when you think about when we were growing up, and they would say, well, you can't put your Christmas toys, for those who made, we were growing up, we all did Christmas, and you can't put your Christmas empty boxes on your curb. We lived in the inner city because the thieves will be watching your home. They're coming to steal those things. The enemy knows what's on the inside of his house.
Mm.
And if we allow, and all he's doing is coming to snatch what we have. So if we don't get in this, then we will find ourselves like, you know what? I just forget it. I'm not going to do nothing. No,
Mm.
he's after my goods.
Mm. Okay.
And if I'm going to either believe God or I'm not, I don't wait. Remember, your relationship with him is the most important relationship. And he does not want to be dated when it's good. He wants to be dated all the time.
Mm. Now, can I throw in another question that we didn't?
You can go. So we're
Because
gonna let the Holy Ghost just do.
because there may be people who don't have a relationship with Christ that come to the conference. They're coming to have a good time. They're coming just thinking just self care in and of itself. So how do you help someone like that? Who
So
and we mind you, everyone is welcome. All women are welcome to the conference. But we want to. How do you help them understand that?
I'm glad that you asked. That there is. So I write ebooks, and I have a few ebooks that I give out for people to begin their process of building a relationship. Because sometimes we feel like, oh, that's hard for me to do. I don't really understand. But one thing I can say for my own self is when this journey started,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I had a relationship then, but when I went through that dark season, he gave me one word. And I was like, God, that is all you saying to me after all of this? You giving me one word? I know you can say more than that. I
Mm-hmm.
know you got an explanation about this. So you may be feeling, someone watching may feel like this situation that I'm going through, I can't I can't make sense of it. I can't even understand which way to go. He may give you one word. My
Mm-hmm.
word he gave me was trust. And I was like, God, that's not. And he says, just spend time with me with this one word. And as I did that, of course, then there's the scripture, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not to
Mm-hmm.
thy own understanding. And so
Mm-hmm.
now you've got all this. He can only give me one, like I'm giving you one puzzle to this.
Mm.
Then he says, now the word became flesh and dwelt among us. So this word now of trust, you want me to trust you in every area of my life because you have a plan for me. Or
Mm.
you knew me before the foundation of the earth. you're my all in all. You're everything that I need. Just trust you. That's
Mm,
all. So it was a process because
yes.
it was not easy. But I am a
Thank-
living testimony that yes, he can.
okay. Well,
Yes,
the
he
only other question I have for you is why should women come and meet you at the Resolve Woman Self Care Conference?
Well, because I would be with other fabulous women, and because you owe yourself, because in the fall, ooh we, in the month of September, we are preparing for the fall season. There is so much that is attached to us and has attached itself to us. You will begin to see the trees turn colors. You will
Mm,
begin to see the trees fall down, and you're like, wait, that's pretty. You need to release all those things that you've been carrying all year long. So
mm.
join us in September so that we can see the beauty that's underneath all those things that you've held
Yeah.
all year long. You'll be able to release it. We're gonna we'll have some Kleenex now because I'm a crybaby. But we will be happy. We will be excited. But you owe it to yourself to release those things that you've been carrying that are wearing you down. You will begin to ask yourself, why have I not had the ability to move toward that next season in my life? Why am I still sitting on these dreams? Self care will allow you to see different, allow us all to see different, to hear different, and to know who we are in Him.
Come on. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Coach Christie McKinney-Evans.
It's an
Do you mind if I just check and see if anyone has any questions?
Sure.
Okay, if there's anyone out there, if you have any questions that you would like to ask Coach Christie, just pop it in the chat and I will let her know. But I want to say thank you so much for coming on and sharing a little tidbit, little tidbit. We almost went too far, but little tidbit because we had to reel it back in. So that they can come and meet you and hear you at the conference. It's going to be amazing, ladies. The conference is September 15th through the 17th at Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin. Coach Christie talked about liking to be by the water. It's right on the lake. So in the morning before the conference even starts, we're going to be out there walking and just enjoying because we already know the weather is going to be beautiful. And okay, I don't see any questions, Coach Christie. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come on. And we will see you in 45 days at the Resolve Woman Self Care Conference.
All right. You all don't forget to go
Oh,
over.
there is a question. How
Okay.
often do you get massages and facials?
Okay, actually, I don't get facials because I'm just
Blessed.
that's what that's what you do when you forgive, right? Um, I don't get facials, but I do get manicure, pedicure, and massage.
Hmm.
My husband.
Okay.
So those are that is yeah, and so yeah, those
Oh,
are probably 2 or 3 times a week.
okay. Okay, I think that's it. So now I'm gonna say thank you again for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. Again, ladies, make sure you come out and meet Coach Christie at the Resolve Women's Self Care Conference. It is now free. You can go right online at the Healthy Sis, the website, the Healthy Sis Group. Sis is SSIS group.com/events. You can put in the code Luke638, just put it in all together, and that will get you a free admission to the 3-day conference. So come on out and see us. We will be talking to you soon. Have a fantabulous day. Coach Christie, I will see you in 45 days and hope to see all the women that came on as well. And
And
bye.
don't forget to share.
And share. Yes, thank you. I'm bad about that. Please share, 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 because we want so many women there that we want to just blow Lake Lawn out of the water. That's literally. All right. Have a fantabulous day, ladies. I'll talk to you soon. Coach Christie, 1 second. Thank you all.